Well, the family of Brian Stack, who was a principal prison officer in Portlaoise at a time when there was huge conflict in the prison. He was shot in 1983. His family came to me some months ago asking for help in their sort of campaign to find out were Republicans involved. And at that time, we commenced a whole series of engagements. I met two of Brian's sons on a number of occasions, and we were in telephone contact. And recently, I accompanied them to a meeting with a former senior IRA leader who had investigated this matter. And the family statement contains the substance of what he said to them at that time. He expressed regret that Republicans had been involved, that it hadn't been sanctioned by the IRA leadership, that the volunteer who had authorised the shooting had been disciplined, and the family went on to say that this gave them a measure of closure. And while it's not a good thing for them to hear, I do think that it's a positive development in terms of their statement that they have that measure of closure. I think it's also a huge argument for a proper formal process to be put in place. Obviously, some people can be helped by informal processes like this, but that won't work on all occasions. So, you know, I'm very sort of moved by the fact that there's so much frustration from all sides, from victims, from every single constituency, that these matters aren't being dealt with. And Sinn Féin have argued very strongly that there should be international facilitation of a process acceptable to victims. You know, people wouldn't accept Republicans setting up such a process. They wouldn't accept the Brits or the Irish government setting up such a process. So the international community have in the past been able to help by putting in place procedures or protocols which people can engage with. And I'd like to think that the news today about Brian Stack will be an incentive for the governments to deal with their responsibilities on these matters.